Labial, easily altered or unstable. Her moods are labile and shift without warning. Labyrinthine, complicated and confusing. The streets of the old city were labyrinthine. Lacerate, to tear or cut deeply. The sharp rocks lacerated his feet. Lackadaisical, lacking enthusiasm or thoroughness. He is annoyingly lackadaisical about his studies. Lackey, a servile follower. He treated his assistant like a mere lackey. Lackluster, lacking energy or inspiration. The ceremony was lackluster, and few people enjoyed it. Laconic, using very few words. His laconic reply suggested a lack of interest in the topic. Lacuna, a gap or missing part. The defense arguments were full of lacuna. Laggard, someone who falls behind in progress. The company has been a laggard in adopting new technology. Lambast, criticize harshly. The instructor lambasted me for my careless mistakes. Lambent, glowing softly or flickering. The lambent light of the fire soothed them. Lampoon, ridicule or mock publicly. The cartoonist lampooned the politician mercilessly. Lament, a passionate expression of grief. The poem laments the destruction of the city during the war. Landmark, an event or discovery marking an important stage. The moon landing was a landmark in space exploration. Languid, weak or disinclined to physical activity. After the marathon, she felt languid and spent the day resting. Languish, remain in an unpleasant or neglected state. The convicted killers will languish in prison for life. Larceny, theft of personal property. He was arrested and charged with grand larceny. Largesse, generosity, especially in giving money. Many charities depend on the largesse of donors. Larghetto, in music, fairly slow tempo. The symphony opened with a larghetto movement. Laudable, deserving praise. She has shown a laudable devotion to her family. Laudatory, expressing praise. The reviews of her latest book were highly laudatory. Launder, disguise illegally obtained money as legitimate. The businessman was convicted of laundering drug money. Laureate, a person honored for outstanding achievement. Ernest Rutherford was a Nobel Prize laureate in chemistry. Laurels, honor or recognition for achievement. She rested on her laurels instead of striving for more. Lavatory, a bathroom or washroom. He excused himself to use the lavatory. Lavish, rich, luxurious, or extravagant. The winning team received a lavish reception. Layoff, dismissal of workers due to lack of work. The company announced the layoff of several hundred employees. Law-abiding, obedient to the law. She is a law-abiding citizen who respects rules. Legacy, something handed down by a predecessor. He inherited a large legacy from his grandfather. Legendary, famous and admired. Shakespeare is a legendary figure in literature. Legible, clear enough to be read. His handwriting is barely legible. Legitimate, allowed by law or rules. His claim to the property is legitimate. Lenient, not strict or harsh. The judge was criticized for the lenient sentence. Lesson, to reduce in degree or extent. Exercise and a healthy diet can lessen the risk of heart disease. Lethal, deadly. The gas released was lethal to humans. Lethargic, sluggish, lacking energy. The hot weather made everyone lethargic. Leverage, influence or power to act. The union's size gave it leverage in negotiations. Levity, humor in a serious situation. He was known for his levity, even in tense meetings. Levy, a tax, fee, or fine imposed. The government imposed a new levy on luxury goods. Liable, legally responsible. The company is liable for any damage during transit. Liability, a disadvantage or responsibility. His lack of experience was a liability to the team. Liaison, communication that fosters cooperation. She was appointed liaison officer between the teams. Liberal, open to new ideas, emphasizing freedom. Her parents are liberal and allow her much independence. Libation, a drink offered ceremonially. The priest poured a libation of wine to the gods. Libertine, a person without moral restraint. He lived as a libertine, indulging in excesses. Licentious, disregarding moral rules, especially sexually. The play was banned for its licentious content. Licking, a severe defeat or beating. The team took a real licking in the final match. Limelight, the center of public attention. The actor enjoyed being in the limelight. Limn, to depict or describe vividly. The novel limns the struggles of immigrant life. Lineage, direct descent from an ancestor. He traced his lineage back to medieval knights. Lissom, flexible, graceful, or slender. The gymnast was admired for her lissom figure. Liquidate, to settle debts by selling assets or to close a business. The company was forced to liquidate its holdings after bankruptcy. Listless, lacking energy or enthusiasm. He felt listless after the exhausting day. Litigate, to take a dispute to court. The company decided to litigate the case instead of settling. Litmus test, a decisive test of value or truth. Honesty is the litmus test of real friendship. Lithe, thin, supple, and graceful. Her lithe movements made her an outstanding dancer. Littering, making a place untidy with waste. Littering in this park shows a lack of civic sense. Lively, full of life and energy. He is a lively person who brightens every room. Loam, fertile soil containing sand, clay, and silt. The farmer praised the loam for producing healthy crops. Lobby, to seek to influence decisions, especially in politics. The group lobbied for stricter environmental laws. Lode, a rich source of something. The region is a lode of natural minerals. Logjam, a deadlock or standstill. The talks ended in a political logjam. Logophile, a lover of words. As a logophile, she collected dictionaries for fun. Longevity, long life. The couple was blessed with health and longevity. Longing, a strong desire for something. She was filled with longing for peace and privacy. Loom, to appear as a threatening event. The threat of civil war loomed over the country. Loophole, a gap in law or rules allowing evasion. The company exploited a loophole in the tax law. Loquacious, very talkative. He is particularly loquacious about religion. Lore, traditional knowledge or stories. The village elders shared ancient folklore and lore. Lucid, clear and easy to understand. The professor gave a lucid explanation of the theory. Lucrative, highly profitable. The new business turned out to be very lucrative. Lugubrious, excessively sad or gloomy. He looked more lugubrious than usual. Lure, to tempt or attract. Many were lured into debt by unscrupulous lenders. Lurid, sensational with shocking details. The newspaper gave lurid details of the crime. Lurk, to hide while waiting to attack or appear. Sharks lurk in the deep waters of the ocean. Lynch, kill without legal trial. The mob lynched the suspect without evidence.